Hello! Hello! It is Tuesday! I thought I missed my key to get here for a second. Hello, Blue. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day, and I hope you've peed by now. Just coming in hot with the, I have to pee. It's like, well, then go do it. It's giving child who walks up to the parent, just stands there. It's like, I need to pee. It's like, well, go do it. I'm going now. I'll be RB. It's like, please do that. Please do that. We're just gonna go to Pirate Land because I want to go to Pirate Land. I like Pirate Land. It's one of my favorite boards. I love the music there. And, yeah. How many will play this time? It's just me. It's always just me. Because I don't have friends in the immediate area. We're gonna be Peach because, of course. Yeah! We'll have Wario. Mario, Luigi, sure. Let's go with this crew. Our pirates crew, all on hard because, of course. And 50 turns. 50 turns, bonuses on. It's not Mario Party without the bonuses, and we are good to go. So how's everyone doing? It's Tuesday. Nothing real interesting's happened on Tuesday so far. I say as, oh man, I'm a little frustrated about something, not gonna lie. It's a little frustrating and upsetting at the same time. Because it's like, dude. It's like, dude, what the heck? Okay. We'll get to our turn order in a second. Or we'll talk about this after getting the turn order, because it's like, because like, for one, buying a house is very difficult. And for two, even finding places to rent is also difficult. You're back? Welcome back. Or Backla. Welcome Backla. Yeah, buying a house is extremely difficult. Finding places to rent is also extremely difficult. And me and my husband are, you know, it's in the back of our minds. We're trying to find places to move. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be, like, in the town he works in. It could just be closer at the very least. And it's like, we're looking everywhere, and, like, I know, you know, there are some, like, you know, things. I see, like, listings on Facebook as well. It's like, hey, you know, from, like, realtors, people, you know, landlords, you know, of, like, openings and places. They usually give out some details, and there's this one in a town that's about half hour away from where he works instead of 2 hours, so which is like, all right, that's not too bad. And, like, it was listed, like, literally yesterday. It went up yesterday, and so in the description, it's like, hey, call either this person or this person at these numbers. And it's like, all right. So I put my big girl panties on, and I worked up the courage to call, and no answer from the first number. I'm like, all right, cool. That's awesome. Let's try the second number. And it just goes straight to, like, this number cannot be reached or whatever. And it's like, what? That was quite the ride. And it was also like 9 a.m. when I called. So it's like, okay, it's 9 a.m. You know, I don't know these people. I don't know what lives they have, whatever. So it's like, I'll just wait a few hours and we'll go from there. And so I waited a few hours till about 11 a.m. So a couple hours later, I call those numbers again. Same thing. And it's like, the first person doesn't answer, because, like, the phone continues to ring until it's like, this number does not have a voicemail set up. And it's like, all right, whatever. And then the second number, same thing, just directly to, you know, this number cannot accept your call. And it's like, what even? So I told my husband about it. It's like, hey, I got the same thing again. And he's like, how about just like message them? Like shoot the message on, you know, Facebook and just like try to get some information, because that's really what we're doing. And when did I do that? Because I sent the info like 10 minutes after I tried calling them. So like 11, the message is timestamped at 11:13 a.m. I have heard nothing back. So it's like, you think they beat me? How did they do that? That's so rude. How'd they do that? Anyway. And you'd think, if you're putting up a listing, you know, on Facebook, and like you're getting, and it's like, you know, with how fast places, you know, they quickly go, it's like, you'd think if you're gonna put up a listing for a house for rent at like a pretty decent price, why aren't you answering calls? Or why are you not like replying to anything? It's like, I understand like if like you're busy with like other things, but like if that's gonna be the case, like in your listing, put up like available times to call. Like, that would make everyone's life so much easier. So I'm slightly upsetty spaghetti over like not hearing anything. Like literally anything. Like, I've been ghosted. I guess. Is it ghosted if you just don't get a response to begin with? So like that's kind of how my day went so far. And it's, again, it's just a little bit upsetting because like places, you know, houses to buy or rent or apartments, they go super quick. I mean, I say super quick, but it really depends. Especially like apartments. You know, they're usually pretty quick. But it's like, well, also, if you like literally just post a listing, you're probably going to get your, you know, your biggest influx of responses. So it's like, you gotta be able to manage that somehow, right? So it's just a big old bummer in a way, where it's like, dang. And like even the pictures of like the place looked pretty good. I'm like, yo, that'd be really cool. Because they listed it as a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath. And like, that's kind of what we're looking for. Because we're kind of looking for like a 3-bedroom place. Because while 2-bedroom would work pretty good for us, and it has worked okay for us, the kids kind of need their own rooms at this point. So, that's kind of what we're looking for, to get them their own rooms, because there's times at like 6 a.m. they're just super duper lively, and, you know, and it's like, okay. It's like, okay. So, a 3-bedroom would be great. But also, there's lots of places that are stupid expensive for, like, the rent. And it's like, yo, we can't. Like, I've seen, like, 2 bedrooms, like, upwards of, like, 4-digit, you know? Like, a 4-digit rent. Like, 2 bedrooms. It's like, that's so crazy for us. And it's like, I feel like a lot of these, like, rents you would, like, have to get a roommate for and, like, split the rent. Because, like, how else would you even do that? And there's also lots of places that are just, like, buying houses outright to turn around and rent them out, or turn them into, like, Airbnbs, or, you know, there's, like, all that, too. And, like, that just sucks for people that want to buy, you know, either, like, a starter home, forever home, you know, whatever. But, like, you got these big wig people that are just money hungry and want to turn a profit. Mario, you purposefully avoided that. 1, 2. So it's just a pain in the butt to find a place to live. I think we got like super duper lucky when we moved here in like 2015. Mario, what are you doing? You are purposefully avoiding those. I don't understand what Mario is doing. He's running it. He's doing this on purpose. Like you can see it. You can see it. He's doing this on purpose. Please. Would you have the third room be an office game room or let Allie and Riley have their own bedrooms? We're kind of thinking let them have their own bedrooms. And it's like, for one, they're 6 years apart. And it's like, they're gonna hit like different developmental stages. And with Allie being the older one, she'll probably want like her own space before long. Because, I mean, I didn't get my own bedroom until I turned 10. And that was when my brother moved out to go to college. Because we had a 3-bedroom house, kind of a half, because there was a room that was once a bedroom. We finagled a way into a bedroom. So, But me and my sister shared a room for a long time. And my brother had his own room. I think my brother shared a room when they were growing up. And then, you know, when, you know, they had me and my sister, you know, they had to, you know, figure it out. So my oldest brother opted to like, hey, this office space can be turned into a bedroom. So that's, you know, that became his room. And then my other brother had the other bedroom. Then me and my sister shared a room, and then, you know, mom and dad's room. And then my oldest brother moved out to go to college, so we turned my parents turned his old room into the office again. And then my other brother moved out to go to college in like 2005. Yeah, because I was 10. But my parents gave my sister the option of which room she wanted to move into. Well, the room that me and my sister shared was the biggest room. Like, by area, it was the biggest room. So, my sister's like, I want to keep the big room. And I was honestly happy with it because at that point, I just wanted my own room. I just wanted to be away from her. Because she was like, she wasn't quite 13 yet. And I was 10. So it was like, we were kind of at that age where it's like we needed to be apart. So, yeah, I'm just kind of thinking we could probably get a 3-bedroom. You know, me and my husband's room, and then the girls can each have their room. And again, it's like, you know, like, they're cool right now with sharing a room, but also they kind of have to share a room. But I know they're probably going to get to that age where they're going to want their own space. So that's kind of,
Nani?
Nani? That's kind of the whole thing. Let's get a mushroom, actually. I don't even know where the star is. I wasn't paying attention. So, hello, R2D2. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. What is the Sith Lord's favorite dessert? A chocolate chip Wookie. Ah, ha, ha, ha. That's great. You're gonna steal from me. Yep. My money. So that's just kind of my thoughts and feelings on, Oh, hello! Yeah, because, yeah, my children are 10 and 4, and it's like, we have, you know, we can make this work, but also it's like, they're gonna want their own space eventually. Because, like, I wanted my own space long before I even got it. So, that's kind of, it's kind of what we're going for. And then, like, it would be really cool to have our own, like, office space, game room. It'd be really cool. My hair is being really stupid right now. There we go. Like, the dream is to have, like, a big ol', like, game room. You know, like, big old TV, have a big old display of the consoles, all we've got, you know, a game shelf. Like, that's the dream right there. But it's like, right now, it's like, our regular TV is our gamer TV. 8 and almost 7? Ooh. That's pretty close in age. Not quite like my kids. And I understand, you know, like, making do with what you've got. Because, like, we're in a 2-bedroom apartment right now. And, you know, being in a 2-bedroom apartment, yeah, being in a 2-bedroom apartment, with 2 kids, kids are kind of forced to share a room. I mean, we started off in a 1-bedroom, and we moved here, when our oldest was like 4 months old. So, but, in the layout of the 1-bedroom, there was like this little nook that's supposed to be for like a dining room table. Hold on, there we go. But like we used that nook for Allie's crib. That's what we used it for until she got a hold of the blind, so we had to move the crib. But that was kind of the area where we used where we put the crib. So like we made that work, but then when she got about almost a year old, because we moved into our current 2-bedroom apartment when she was like a few days from turning 1. So it's like, we need a 2-bedroom, so we got a hold of our landlord. It's like, hey, when one of these like 2 bedrooms is available, can we have a look at it? It's like, we're thinking about moving up to a 2-bedroom, and he's like, whenever there's one available, you'll be the first ones I will talk to, you know, and so that's what happened. This 2-bedroom became open because previous tenants moved out, and we got first dibs on it, and we moved right in. Literally 2 doors down from where we once were. And we've been here ever since. So we've lived in this particular apartment for 10 years. No, 9 years. 9 years. We've lived in this town for almost 10 years. There we go. All TVs are gamer TVs if you're not a coward. Exactly. Exactly. I'm gonna lay down for a bit, but stay away. You know they're gonna show up. You know they're gonna show up when you leave. That's what always happens. You're just too good at your job that the bots know to not show up when you're not there. Or to not show up when you're here and to show up when you're away. Alright. I hate the toads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20? 19 or 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my god, I hate this! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my god. Stop moving! I know it's the whole point of the game. I'm just gonna go with my gut. 21. Blackjack. Oh, thank god. Go with your gut. Go with your gut. Huh. So yeah. Like honestly, like my quote-unquote like dream house would be something like my aunt has. Because my aunt's house is really nice. It's like a ranch style house with a big old basement. They've got a pool table in their basement too, and that's like the dream. You know you've made it when you have a pool table in your basement. Cause like, I'm not like super duper fancy, and it's like there's lots of houses that look super duper nice and fancy, but it's like this isn't me, you know? Like I would stay at a fancy place, but I wouldn't want to live there, you know? Like it just doesn't feel like me. So, but like, just kind of smaller scale, like a ranch style house, you know, something with a basement, because we have tornadoes around here, so basements make good storm shelters. So yeah, good like 3-4 bedroom house. It depends, because there's one house that I saw listed in another town. The price looks pretty decent. It's listed as a 2-bedroom, I think. A 2 or 3 bedroom, but it's like with the pictures, you can definitely like make your way around making another bedroom somewhere. So it's like, that's the kind of house that I would want, like just kind of that flexibility. And like, you know, big basement, pool table in the basement, you know. I just want a place where I can have company over. Then I can force my family to get along. Because we've had family gatherings at both brothers' houses at one point. Never had a gathering, quote unquote, at my sister's place. But it's like, our apartment is too small for really any kind of gathering. So anytime we did anything big like that, we just always did it somewhere else. Let go of me! Damn it, Mario. So, because like, you know, we got married in my parents' backyard. We had Allie's first birthday party in my parents' backyard because they had the biggest place for it. Because, like, the first birthday is usually a pretty big one, and not just for the kid, but also for the parents as well. It's like, hey, you've kept this human alive for 1 whole year. You are awesome. And again, it's the first birthday party, and it kind of sets the precedence in a way of like, hey, you know, here are the people that actually care about you. Or it's like, hey, these people may not give a shit about you later. But anyway, and like some other parties we've had at, you know, my in-laws' place. So it's like, we never really hosted like a big old gathering here. We've done it like maybe a couple of times, but like our place is so small. Cause like we did like a Super Bowl party one year. It did get kind of crowded a little bit. And also there have been times where I feel like some people just kind of take over in my space. And it's like, this is my personal space. No. So it's like, when and if we do get a house, you bitch, you sniped it. So whenever we do get a place, a big place on our own, to like actually host things, I am going to put my foot down for stuff like that, because it's like, I don't like people in my personal space, like trying to take over and do things the way they would do it and not let me do things the way I would do it. That's kind of my personal thinking with that. Sorry about that. Okay. I am the dance master. Woo! I don't even remember what I did. Again, the AI is just... Mess up. Mess up, Mario. Dang it. How dare. How dare. So, cause like, I am super duper protective of like, my quote unquote system in a way, because it's like, I have been made fun of a lot for the way I do things, and I've also been harped on a lot, thanks Mom, for not doing things the quote-unquote correct way. Because my mom was the kind of person who complained about my dad and how he quote-unquote folded towels wrong. Because my mom, I want to say she taught me, you have, you know, big long towel, right? My mom taught me to fold like the short side in, the corners in, like fold it like hot dog, and then fold it over. I think my dad did the opposite. He like folded it, you know, he folded it one way, you know, but like, in my eyes, they were both folded. Doesn't matter, towels are folded. But my mom complained that he didn't do them right. And there was a lot of things that, you know, she had, you know, like me and my sister help like clean up the kitchen, or like just clean the living room, or, you know, do like help her with the cleaning. And there's been times where I got hounded on for not doing it the right way. So I'm thinking like there's no correct way to do something as long as you get the same results. So... But, like, because of that, I am so protective of my system and how I do things and how I get things done. And I don't want to make my kids do that as long as they get it done, you know? Like, I'll teach them, you know, how I do it, but, like, at the end of the day, as long as it gets done. So it's like I'm super protective of like the way I do things, and it's like if people are gonna come into my personal space, you are in my space, please respect how I do things and how I want to do things. And it's like, you don't get to come into my house and just wreak havoc upon everything and just do things the way you would do it. That doesn't seem right. I would never do that to anyone else. Like, I wouldn't do that to anyone else. So it's like, why is this getting done to me? But also, this was like several years ago, and I didn't really have much of a backbone back then. Because like, I think this was even before Riley even existed, before she was even a thought. So, because I want to say it was the Super Bowl in 2020. We had a big old Super Bowl party. And like, it wasn't even like super duper big because like everyone left at halftime. So, but yeah, and I also kind of equate streaming to like, you know, being in someone's home and, you know, abiding by their rules. Because I've seen, like, not like a super duper active user on Reddit, but I do scroll through Reddit and I do look through like the Twitch Reddit, and I see some posts about like, what should I do about this viewer? What should I do about this? What should I do about that? And like the easy solution is just like ban them if they're making you uncomfortable, you know? Do something about it. Or have your mods do it. That's what they're for. Hello. And it's like, I've had, you know, my fair share of crazy viewers not respecting my rules before. You know, not gonna, like, name any names, but, like, you know, for, what? I think I jumped too early. But, my thing is, like, you know, I am a big baseball person, you know, 3 strikes and you're out. So, like, early on, there are a lot of people that, had been given multiple chances. I think I'm just kind of screwed here. I think I just need to go the long way. It's like there have been people like early on that have been given like lots of chances. Because I remember stupid early on, when back in the Ocarina of Time randomizer days, like, yeah, stupid early. There was this guy that came into my chat and like he was super duper flirty, was like, you know, saying this, that, and like helping me along. He taught me the chicken skip, the cuckoo skip to get into Zora's domain without the lullaby. Like he taught me that one, so like there's that. But like there was like, you know, weird messages that kind of felt off in a way, and they were like oddly flirty. But then like the moment I mention I have a husband, silence. Never talked in my chat ever again. And it's like, that was odd. Some people be like that though. Oh, after this turn I need to change the settings. I always forget. Oh, excuse me. I've had other messages of like people just like not reading the room in a way. I've been getting a lot of TikToks about Final Fantasy X, and it's making me really want to play the game again. But I've also been thinking about Final Fantasy X a lot because I've been watching Blue playthrough Claire Obscure, and there's like specific points in the game, kind of gameplay wise, kind of story wise. It gives like Final Fantasy vibes. Locations and areas remind me of 16, but like the gameplay and some of the plot points remind me of 10. And it's like 10 was really, really good. 10 was a really, really good game because I played it 2 years ago. Yeah, I think I played 10 2 years ago. And I played it on stream, so the full playthrough is up on my YouTube playlist if you want to find it. Everything's in playlists, so sorry, my eye was bugging me. So, but yeah, 10 was really, really fun, but there was this one user, I don't think they outright got banned. I don't remember if they have unfollowed or not. I don't know. Oh, I forgot to do the thing again. Hold on. But like, they came in hot when I first started Final Fantasy X. They came in hot with like, I have an encyclopedia knowledge of Final Fantasy X. It's like, all right, that's cool. You know, if you play a game a lot, you know a lot about a game. That's cool. But like with that encyclopedia knowledge, you need to pick and choose when to give out that knowledge, especially to a streamer who doesn't want that knowledge, immediately. There we go. So, and, they only helped one time. Throughout the entirety of Final Fantasy X, their quote-unquote encyclopedia knowledge only helped me one time. And that was to, pick up a missable collectible that I forgot. Like, I wasn't too far into an area that I couldn't go back to, and they're like, because I'm like, did I miss something? And they're like, yes, you did. And I'm like, oh shoot, yeah. That's the only time they helped me. The only time they helped me. And then, I'd finally snapped at them. Because I got to the Calm Lands. And that's kind of where it kind of opens up a little bit. Big open area. And I was walking along one of the walls, and I was like, ooh, I wonder what's over this way. And they were like, nothing is this way. Don't bother going this way. There's nothing out there. And I get to the spot where I wanted to look, and I found an Al Bhed primer, which is what I wanted to, because there's a few missable ones. I didn't get all of them, but like I wanted to get as much as I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. If I get more than a 24, I can get the star. So yeah, I found an Al Bhed primer after they were like saying, no, there's nothing over there, stop going over there. Well, I ain't gonna do it at this rate. 3, 6, 9, damn she fun. To the window, to the wow, to the wow. Yep, saw that one coming. But yeah, it's like they begged and begged and begged, like, don't go over there, there's nothing over there. But like, I went over there and found something of importance. I'm like, dude, don't tell me not to do something, especially since I found something here. Don't be a dickhead, essentially, was the TLDR. I don't remember exactly what I said, but I remember like snapping at him because I just got so fed up with the back seating. Because again, it was less than a year into streaming, and I just finally got fed up, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm done with this, because I've gotten a lot better at it, because I'm a lot quicker to stand up for myself in a way nowadays. But early on, I let a lot of things slide way too much. So, but without those experiences, I wouldn't have the knowledge I have now. Because there's even like recent incidences where it's like, there's recent incidences where I'm like, you know what, I'm done with this. Because I did kind of like snap in a way during Donkey Kong Country 2. How? I can never understand how they do that. But yeah, and DKC 2, because like, for whatever reason, I tend to struggle with sequels that are very well beloved in the series. Like, I couldn't tell you why I tend to struggle, because I struggled with Mario Galaxy 2, and like, everyone and their dog loves Galaxy 2. I personally love Galaxy 1 better. But that's just me. I struggled so hard with 2. I raged so much. I struggled with Donkey Kong Country 2. Well, it's like, I'm in an agreement. Donkey Kong Country 2 is probably the best out of the original SNES trilogy. But like, I struggled playing the game. And also, I think I've banned a total of like 2 people, 2.5 people, kind of. Because one person made another account and kept coming back. And it's like, no, you don't do that. Because there's one person in particular that was really annoying. And they just made a joke that just was not it. Because is it World 4 that is Kremland? It was in Kremland, and it was like the honey one, when you're in the honey hive. I was struggling with one of those levels, and I was already irritated, so I wasn't gonna... There's specific jokes that I just don't take very well when I'm irritated, and this person made one of those jokes, and I wouldn't have liked it if it was made when I wasn't irritated. Because you don't call a married woman honey unless you are an old lady or a waitress. Oh. I brought it back. Mario is just insane today. But yeah, this person in chat called me honey, and the way he did it, or like the way they did it, I don't know their gender, like the way they did it was they said, "Calm down, honey, calm down." And after I was just so irritated with the game, and I was just in the ranty mood. Let me get another one of these. So like I was just already ranty. I was so irritated. I'm like, ugh, come on, you know, this level. It was irritating me. And they said, "Calm down, honey, calm down." I should have banned them right then and there, but I was so fired up because I'm like, call me honey again. Like, do it. I dare you. Call me honey again. And they actually did it. They took what I said at face value, not understanding the repercussions of their actions at that point. And so they got banned. And it's like, yeah, call me honey again. Do it, you get banned. And that's what happened. And then the second person that got banned in DKC2, it was during the final boss, and they were just saying some wild stuff. Wild stuff and very disrespectful things about how I was playing the game in a way. Because there was one point where it's like, "Are you done with the boss yet?" Like, just so rude. And it's like, no. And I told Blue to take care of it because she was there at the time. But then they came back with another account. And it was wild. It was wild. But I think that was like the most recent actual chatter in chat getting banned and not just bots getting banned. I do remember this one person, they were so bot coded. They were bot coded. It's just me. Whee. And they were bot coded, and like every sentence they typed, every word had a capital letter in the beginning. Every single word. That's a red flag in a way. And like, I think Blue was just messing with the bot, and Vegito, he was also there. He had enough of it being real annoying, so he banned the user in my chat. And then the real kicker was I raided out to someone. The train is a paid actor. I raided out to someone, and this user followed out with the raid. They showed up in my raid targets chat. And it's like, yo, that is 100% bot behavior. Because typically if someone gets banned in a chat during the stream, they're probably just gonna leave. So it's like, if that happened to me, I would GTFO from the stream. It's like, alright, oops, I broke a rule, I'm not allowed here anymore. I wouldn't just stick around in the chat. Yeah, that was 100% a bot that just like stuck around. Because like, there's no way. There is no way. And it's like, they were saying stuff about like, remembering being born or something, and something about like mushrooms or something or other. It's like, that is so wild. Oh, come on. Ah, the timing is awful. Mario, why? So, yeah, my analogy here is, if you are a streamer and you are having trouble, like standing up for yourself, or you have like these weird users that, or weird chatters that are like walking all over you, quote unquote, just think of your stream like a house. It is your house. You live there. And all the chatters are ones that you are welcoming in your door. If someone comes in and clearly disrespects your space or makes you uncomfortable, why are you letting them make you uncomfortable in your own home? It's okay. You're also behind a screen. Nothing's gonna happen. Why? Why? The mechanics on this are very strange, because, like, I'm trying. Thank you, Luigi. So, yeah, like, and I remember stuff like that, too, because sometimes I go through, and there's also, I don't take kindly to just being absolutely strange and saying disrespectful things to me, and I don't take kindly to, like, blatant backseating. So, for Mario Party streams, I used to, not have the no backseating tag for my Mario Party streams. I used to not, because it's like, no one's ever gonna backseat me playing Mario Party, right? Yeah, one person started backseating me when I was playing Mario Party 4. I think it was my first casual playthrough of Mario Party 4 was when it happened. Because someone was coming into chat, and I got, like, all these cool items. I think I got, like, a Boo Crystal Ball, a magic lamp, or something, or some items. And then this person in chat was like, use this item now. Do this now. Do that now. Like, no. Are you the one playing the game? No, you're not. It's me. I'm the one playing the game. And also, I can be petty. I can be so petty. Because if you tell me to do something, I'm going to do the opposite. What the fuck, Luigi? Stepping on a lady like that? Oh, that's so rude. That is so rude. Disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. So rude. Oh, that's not gonna work. I am just not doing very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I've lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27? That is so unlikely. I already have an item. Okay. So, yeah. Because, like, I go through Reddit and I see what people are saying about Twitch. And I see some smaller streamers get some advice and everything. So it's like, I look through that sometimes just to kind of see what other people are saying and find some relatable things. So, like, I go through the Twitch Reddit sometimes. I don't do it, like, every single day. But, like, every so often I would. If I'm, like, you know, bored on my phone, not really doing much of anything, I'll pop on just to kind of see what is up in the world, you know? And I see stories like that. It's like, I have this one chatter that's, like, super duper annoying and they're saying really weird things, but I'm, like, too terrified to, you know, to actually ban them. It's like, you know what? I've been there, done that. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Nice. But yeah, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. So. So, because like, you know, when you're starting out, you want to like, you know, include everybody and everything. And, you know, it's like, oh my God, I got some followers and everything. It's like, at first, really, when you're starting out and you want to hit affiliate, like, that's when follower count matters. But once you hit affiliate, I think you should just kind of stop caring and just do whatever you want to do. I think this, just to start with, you know, you really shouldn't care about things. Like, yeah, if you want to, like, grow on, you know, grow on a platform, then there's a lot of things to consider. But I visualize it as a Venn diagram. You really stopped me one space short. Oh well, it's fine. No one's got a... They both have skeleton keys, so it's fine. But, to visualize it, I see if you want to, like, grow and not, like, lose yourself and, like, sell yourself out. If you want to grow but not sell yourself out, I picture it as a Venn diagram. Because, especially if you're, you know, in the gaming streams. Because there is a whole section of games that do well on streaming services and or streaming platforms, and there's games that you personally love and enjoy. And if you see it as a Venn diagram, there are games that do overlap. So, and it's like, if you want to grow but still, like, stay true to yourself, you gotta find the ones in the middle of that Venn diagram. So, but also, overall, do whatever you want to do. Nothing is going to stop you. Because, like, too much in today's times, people are so reliant on the numbers. And also it's like, oh, if you want to be discovered, don't do what everyone else is doing. And everyone's like, oh, find your niche. It is kind of hard as a variety streamer to, like, quote unquote, find your niche. But I think I have found myself and my style of content pretty well over the last few years. Oh, I like... I zoned in. No thoughts, head empty, only jump. Anyway, in today's times of, like, you know, everything's all about, you know, streaming and the view count and your follower count. Everything's all about numbers, numbers, numbers. And it's like, yeah, numbers are important, you know, if you want to see growth, because, you know, it's, you know, the dopamine, you see number go up and it's like, oh my God, that's awesome. Number go down, make you sad. You know, it's normal human reaction. So, it's like, I see all the time people just, like, try to do things that will get them the most engagement. And that's usually playing games that have, like, just come out, or, you know, talking about topics that are more recent. Like, the couple that got caught cheating at the Coldplay concert, and bro was the CEO of a big company. Blaming everyone but himself, right? And, like, here's the kicker that I've seen no one talk about. The gal he was cheating with, she was also married. So both these people were married and decided to cheat on their spouses. And, like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. But, like, there's that. And also it's like, oh, if I wanted big, you know, views and engagement, I'd be playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. It's like, I haven't seen much of the game yet. Because, like, again, it just came out on Thursday. Like, a day before my birthday. But it's like, again, new game, new and shiny, everyone gravitates towards, ooh, shiny, ooh, shiny, ooh, shiny. And, like, I sometimes feel like crap about it because it's like, everyone's so focused on, ooh, shiny, what can I do? Because, like, I can't afford the ooh, shiny, you know? Because, like, I would love a Switch 2. You know, I would love a Switch 2 right now, but we can't afford a Switch 2 right now, especially if we're looking to try and move. But I mean, like, we're doing the best with what we got, and it's like, we're doing our best. You know, if it's in the cards for us to not quite move yet, we won't move yet. You know? But it's like we probably won't get a Switch 2 until maybe taxes in like February, March, which is a long ways out, but it could benefit because yeah, it could benefit because there could be more games out by then. You know, because, like, you know, there's Mario Kart World, that was a launch title, you know, Bonanza just came out. It looks a lot like Odyssey, and I think it's the same team that made Odyssey, because, like, I haven't played Odyssey, but I have watched, you know, one of my favorite streamers, play through Odyssey, and it looks like it's a lot of fun, and there's lots of, like, cute, silly moments in the game. Like, the ending where the last Bowser fight, or whatever. And it's like, oh, it was so fun. It looked like so much fun. It's like, yo, that would have been awesome. But it's like, I don't own Odyssey. But, like, I've seen enough of the game, and, like, the little bits of, you know, Bonanza I've seen so far give that vibe. I'm like, you know what, it's gonna be a good one. Also, it's a brand new Donkey Kong game. Haven't had one of those in a long time. So, it's exciting, but it's like, I cannot play it yet because I don't have the ooh shiny, ooh shiny, ooh shiny. Because, I mean, it's humans, you know, we gravitate towards the shiny. Not the ring ding dong Lucifer shiny, but, like, you know, just ooh shiny. I wish more humans gravitated towards ring ding dong and Lucifer shiny. Because that was when I discovered SHINee. The K-pop group, by the way. If you have heard of, What?! Oh, I am just getting my ass kicked right now. This is crazy. If you've heard of, Taemin? Taemin? Or Taemin, for songs like Move, Guilty, you know... He's more a solo artist right now, but he was part of a group called SHINee back in the day. They are forever, you know, 5 because back in 2017, Jonghyun committed suicide. 2017 was just a rough year, man. It was crazy. But yeah, they're an SM group. Love their songs. And it's so weird to be. It's just one of those things where it's like, there's going to be a group of people that have no idea Taemin is a member of SHINee. And that just blows my mind immensely. It's like, oh my god, that is so crazy. Because now Taemin's a little bit more known for his solo work. But it's like, when I knew them, they were SHINee. Because how I got into K-pop... Hello, DA. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. So when I got into K-pop, it was one of those days I was on the internet, on YouTube as I was just listening to anime openings, right? Watching anime openings, and I came across these two One Piece openings, 10 and 11 to be specific, because this was back in 2010. And it was a group of 5 called Toho Shinki. And they covered We Are, which is the first opening of One Piece for the 10th one. And they also did the 11th opening, Share the World. And I really, really loved those songs, especially Share the World. And so found the artist, found the music videos, went down the rabbit hole, and in my mind, Japanese group, in my mind, with Toho Shinki. Didn't think anything of it until I did some more digging, and I stumbled across a song they did back in like '06. And I found out later that it's a cover of an older Korean song of Balloons. Yeah, so I found that, realized, oh, this is actually Korean. This is kind of crazy. So again, doing some more research and everything, found out that Toho Shinki is just the Japanese name for this group, Dongbang Shinki. Which back in the day, they went by DBSK. Now they're known as TVXQ, because that's more of the Chinese pronunciation, I think, was what TVXQ. But I remember the days they were known as DBSK. And that was, gravitated towards that. And so my first experience with them in terms of Korean was Balloons. Then I found Neurotic later. And again, I did digging. Found out they were from SM Entertainment. And kind of branched out that way. And found other groups from SM Entertainment, like Super Junior, which is my favorite group of all time. So yeah, Super Junior went on to become my favorite group of all time, because I think the first Super Junior song I ever listened to was Rokugo from one of the subunits of Super Junior T. That was the first Super Junior song I have ever listened to. First full group one was probably Sorry Sorry, or It's You. It's one of those two. But yeah, Rokugo was like the first Super Junior song I listened to, and I was like, all right, cool. Again, and I did a lot of digging, did my research, found other variety show content, and kind of, dove into the K-pop space. And this was like March of 2010. So I was just really excited because this is so cool, And so from there, I branched out, found Girls' Generation, FX, SHINee, watched variety shows with other idols on it. That's how I found M-Black, Beast, U-Kiss, 4 Minute, and again, just lots of branching out. So second gen stan right here, hi. Second gen, third gen, and early fourth gen is my bread and butter. Anything past that, and it is very hit or miss. And when I say early 4th gen, I pretty much mean up to, pre-pandemic. Because that's kind of when a shift was within the K-pop, within 4th gen. Because there's kind of a shift with early 4th gen versus late 4th gen. Whereas kind of 3rd gen, there's not really a shift. But which groups are 3rd gen versus 2nd gen. I've seen people... Now, this is a new argument I have seen on TikTok, and this is so wild to me. People are calling AOA a 2nd gen girl group. And it's like, no, they're 3rd gen. They debuted in 2012, a few months after EXO, I think. There are lots of groups that debuted in 2012, but they're all 3rd gen. And they're like, oh, they did the sexy and mature concepts. They're 2nd gen. No. Concepts don't matter in a way. Whatever gen you're in, it's just, it's the year you debuted. But, music trends, sure, But, Sorry about that. Had to be a mom. But yeah, AOA is a second gen group? No. And it's like, if you think that because they did mature concepts, it's like, I mean, I can understand the train of thought, but no. What determines a group is not the style of, what determines a generation of the group is not the style of music. It is the year they debuted. And it's like, I think we're currently in 5th gen. And also it's like the generations of K-pop, it's kind of determined by like a clear shift. And between 4th gen and 5th gen, I haven't really felt a shift. Actually, maybe kind of, because like 5th gen started like last year, I think. Technically. So we're like, groups debuting now are 5th gen groups. Hold on. Where did the star even go? Is it up here? Oh, it's up there. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, let's buy a skeleton key. But yeah, like, okay, 1st gen Pokemon? No. 1st gen K-pop, you know, like, you think like 90s, early 2000s, right? 2nd gen started with, I'd say, like, TVXQ and Super Junior. So think like mid-2000s, because that was when K-pop kind of started getting some traction here and there, but hasn't really, like, solidified itself yet. 2nd gen really led the charge. There were, you know, some barriers broken, but nothing completely, like, you know, shattered as it is now. Because, okay, my favorite group of all time, Super Junior. Lots of people love to shit on them for, like, reasons. And it's like, some are understandable, but it's like, I love them. They're my favorite group of all time. I'm gonna love the positives about them, you know? But without Super Junior, we wouldn't have near the things that we have now. Okay, so Super Junior, they debuted as 12. They added a member. So they started off as a graduating system. But then they kind of got rid of it after they added Kyuhyun. But without Super Junior, we wouldn't have subunits. They were the first ones to do that. The first subunit was KRY, Kyuhyun, Yoruk, and Yaesong, the main vocal line. And also, the vocal line is fucking good. I can't say enough. Even just like all of Super Junior, they're really good singers. And other subunits to follow. We wouldn't have subunits if we didn't have Super Junior. Super Junior was also the first to have a Chinese member in their lineup. Hangen faced a lot of criticisms and just bullshit his way, just for being Chinese. In early broadcasts, he had to wear a mask because he was Chinese. And now there are a good handful of foreign idols. And it's like not just Chinese, it's just, you know, just foreign idols in general. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think I'm good. But yeah, without Super Junior, we wouldn't have foreign idols in a group. So, and Super Junior's been around for 20 years. 20 years! And they're still doing crazy things, which is, you know, just incredible. You know? But, like, that's kind of second gen. And, like, Girls' Generation, You know, first there was like, you know, Wonder Girls and Kara, then Girls' Generation came out with like probably one of like the best debut songs into the new world. Oops. So, yeah, Girls' Generation, FX broke a lot of barriers too. They had the first foreign leader, I believe, in Victoria. They also had Amber, who was known for her androgynous look. You know, the tomboy. I loved Amber. I loved her. So yeah, lots of secondary groups, you know, really broke down the barriers. And also Super Junior were known for the king. They were the kings of the Hallyu Wave. Is one of their things. They, you know, toured Asia and, you know, again, a lot of the stuff that happened in second gen, you know, third gen couldn't do because of the things, you know, because it's like, again, one thing that like Trish Stratus said at Evolution in regards to like, you know, being of like the older ones and seeing what people are doing now, it's like they built the foundation that they built the skyscraper on. I can kind of see that in a way for K-pop as well. Because it's like, yeah, K-pop wouldn't be known as globally as it is now without one particular artist and one particular song. And no, I'm not talking about BTS. I'm talking about Psy and Gangnam Style. And like 2012 was kind of what marked third gen K-pop. So second gen K-pop kind of goes from like 05 or like 03, 04 to 2012. So that's a big gap. And I need to check what turn we're on. Are we halfway yet? I think we are. We are halfway. Let me finish my thought first. So yeah, it's a big span of second gen from like 04 to 2012. And third gen goes from 2012 to 2018. A little shorter gap, but like third gen, you know, kind of kicked off more globally, getting a little bit more recognition globally, and that is a lot thanks to Psy with Gangnam Style. Right place, right time, because all it is just Psy doing his thing, and it's a funny music video. But it, right place, right time, went viral, everyone was sharing it. It's like, hey, look at this funny music video. And then groups, third gen groups like, you know, EXO, BAP, VIX, and yes, even BTS. And technically Blackpink is a third gen group. I often forget that because they don't have very many songs. But anyway. But yeah, more, you know, from 2012 to 2018 is the span of third gen. And 2018, I'd say the beginning of 2018 is more global recognition, international success thanks to BTS. So I would say Psy honestly paved the way for global, at least global attention on K-pop. It was Psy, not BTS, because there's so many people that are like, oh, BTS paved the way. I am in part of the argument of they did not. But I'm not going to discredit the amount of success they have had because it's really crazy to see all their hard work, you know, be rewarded with such success. Because they started from literally nothing, you know? Like, BTS and 17 are two really good examples of rags to riches within a K-pop group. Because, like, BTS started with nothing. Their company was bankrupt. I know at one point they almost disbanded. So, yeah, it's just crazy. But, like, yeah, if you ask me, oh, did BTS pave the way? I'm going to answer no. They did not pave the way. But their success did make it easier for other groups to have success. So I would say second gen groups helped lay the foundation. Psy kind of started that skyscraper, but I think BTS really built most of the skyscraper, you know? That if we're gonna go with that analogy, and it's still being built now, but like I still have like my opinions on K-pop, and it's like K-pop is just music at the end of the day, you know? That's just kind of my thoughts and feelings on it. K-pop is just music at the end of the day. So, but anyway, we're halfway through the board. We're gonna take our break because it's Tato time. Riley is a little cranky. She wants her Tatos, and also my hips really hurt. So I need to get up and stretch. So, we're going to take our break. We're going to get up, stretch, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, do whatever it is you need to do, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back. Alright, we're back, and we're just gonna do a boop, and I go first. Hello, Johnny. Hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day, and thank you for the links. Thank you. Also, we did hit our follower goal yesterday. It was one of those where, I think we did kind of technically hit it on Friday on my birthday, but I played games with friends, so I did see it, but also over the weekend I did dip back below 500, but we hit it, and it's still 500 today. So because I always get like super wary, because like I understand people following, unfollowing, I understand, you know, numbers fluctuate all the time. I completely understand all of that. It's just I remember hitting 400. I hit 400 like 3 times within a week of it all happening. Because I think I hit it one time, but I didn't like technically hit it because I had lost a follower during the stream, so my actual count was like 1 below where it was, so that one didn't count. There was one where I think I was at the goal, and then it dipped way below because I lost 6 followers in a day, and I knew where half of them came from. But just seeing all of that happen in one day really sucked. And then I hit it again later, and it stayed. So, again, it's like, numbers aren't everything, but I do see them, and I do pay attention to them. Like, not on a, oh my god, my follower count is everything! No, I pay attention to like, okay, that's where I'm at, cool, you know? That's kinda how I see it. It's like, oh, I'm at, you know, this follower count, awesome. You know, that's kind of how I've been seeing it lately. And then, like, again, you know, humans are simple. You see number go up, we're happy. You see number go down, we're sad. So it's like, and again, I can understand, you know, because, like, an old friend of mine had introduced me to this bot that can keep track of users that unfollow you. And it's helped a lot mentally with losing followers. So it's like, it updates every few days. So it's like, oh, I see the number go down to where it once was. So it's like, I wait a couple days, wait for that bot to update, and then I can see who it was, and it helps give like a little bit of like the closure, you know? Some of them I completely expect, because one recently was someone followed during Jamboree, 100% expecting to join in on the board when I'm like, no, I do not play with viewers, because I was reading off the rules of Pro Rules for you know, Jamboree, and I was reading off the Pro Rules, and, you know, everything was all fine, and then it was time to set up the board. And I was getting ready, and I had seen that they had inputted, you know, a command for like FC or like room code. It's like, where's the room code? I'm like, there isn't one. I don't play with viewers. And then I think they just left. They unfollowed and left. So it's like, you know what? Yeah, I don't need that here. You know? But also it's like, I'm just glad they unfollowed quietly, because there are some people that straight up get banned. Another one that happened during Jamboree was someone came in, their username had Keith in it, 'cause I vividly remember it, Keith. They came in asking, do you play with viewers? And it was during a minigame. And like 30 seconds later, or however long it is for you to send a repeat message in Twitch chat later, because I was in a mini game and I was in the middle of talking about something, and they were like, "Do you play with viewers?" And I was in the middle of talking about something, but I saw, you know, I can see chat in the corner of my eye, so I know when chat gets updated. So it's like, I see it, I'm in the middle of a thought, I'll get to it when I finish my thought, right? You know, no harm, no foul. And I saw it move again. And so I finished my thought, I looked at it, and saw it was the exact same message. And I'm like, no, I do not play with viewers. And they immediately said bullshit. And it's like, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. Because, like, that's so rude and disrespectful. Huh? No! Ah! Excuse me? No, come on! I tried. But yeah, so like I've had you know, people being wild in chat and just assuming things. Like, the best case scenario is you come in, you're respectfully asking a question like, "Hey, do you play with viewers?" And I answer no, and they're like, "Okay, goodbye." You know, that's all it takes. Or you can just like leave silently, you know, and get the message. You know, it's not that hard. So, yeah. Hello, Dustin. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good day. What? I literally had no idea. I'm seeing articles from like an hour ago, 2 hours ago, so I was in the middle of stream when it happened, so there was no way I could have known that. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. I would have found out later. And I'm sure I'll get messages about it, but that's kind of crazy. And also it's like, be mindful of like immediately saying like a celebrity death or just any kind of death in chat. Just be mindful of that. Because I am very particular about telling people about deaths. But, that's... I really did not want to find out from someone in chat. Now I'm a little bummed. I'm a little bit bummed, not gonna lie. So, okay, here's the thing. You don't come in hot with someone's death. You don't come in hot in chat saying, "Oh, this celebrity died," when I googled it, looked it up, articles were from an hour, 2 hours ago when I'm in the middle of stream. So there was no way I could have known that. So just heads up, please do not do that. Please do not do that. That's all I ask. Thoughts on Pokemon Presents? It didn't need to exist. It could have just been a trailer for ZA. That's it. That's really it. It didn't need to be a whole big presentation. But also, Pokemon fans really need to lower their expectations when it comes to these things. Yeah. Steal my star. I don't care. Yeah, I saw a tweet saying the Pokemon Presents could have been an email. And also with Pokemon fans astronomically high expectations, they always blow everything out of proportion. They're like, "Oh, they're gonna talk about this, they're gonna talk about this," and it's in my mind, I'm like, I forgot about it. until like 10 minutes after it started. Because I popped into Twitch for like a split second and I was seeing people streaming their reaction like, oh yeah, that's a thing. Because I didn't care. Like, I'm a more casual Pokemon fan. The puzzle thing is kind of neat. Whatever it was called, I don't remember what it was called, but like that puzzle thing is kind of neat. But again, a lot of this could have just been saved for like individual announcements. Like the champion thing's cool for next year. Yeah, it really could. They could have just dropped that trailer for Legend ZA. Like, the only interesting thing about the presentation was Mega Dragonite. That's it. And also, Dragonite should have had a Mega from the very beginning, so I'm glad it's getting rectified. But that was really... Terror raids are... I don't mind terror raids. The only thing that annoys me is, like, you have to do it a million times. Like, that's stupid. But, like, I don't get annoyed by terror raids. I don't even do them. And it's like, I stopped caring about all of that a long time ago. Because, like, my husband used to do them a fair bit. Then he just got tired of having to come up with competitive builds all the time. Just to, you know, go against these terror raids. And it just got really troublesome. So, I just stopped caring. So, yeah, I don't find terror raids annoying. They can be quite fun, but like with these, you know, 7-star raids or whatever, or, you know, all these raids, it's just like, it kind of sucks having to come up with competitive builds just for those, which you kind of need them for, so... I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm not the right person to complain about terror raids. That was a cute little horn that I saw. I heard. Yeah, I can see sounds. Crazy, right? That's another thing I've seen a lot on TikTok is, oh, what the fuck is it called? Like, Panasonic? Not Panasonic. Fuck, what's it called? Something about, like, oh god, what is it? What's it called? I've been seeing it on my TikTok. Shit, I am just forgetting. But it's one of those, like, fancy ways of, like, listening to music, quote-unquote, that people are starting to attach to. It's like, oh, I can listen to all these layers in a song. Like, I'm better than you. It's like, no, that's just listening to music. They wouldn't have put certain sounds in a song if it wasn't meant to be heard. And it's like, I've seen people kind of chalk it up to, like, people want to be special so bad that they're finding the most mundane things to be special, and it's like, dude, that's just listening to music. Oh, it's like you listen to a song and you can hear, oh, there's this melody in the background here, and I can hear it, and most people cannot, when most people for certain can. I forgot what the term being thrown around is. It starts with a P. I can tell you that much. I just do not remember what the heck it was called. It'll pop up on my For You page, I'm sure, but like, I don't remember. I don't remember. Alright, time to focus. I messed up a few times before, and I always get so mad at myself for it, so I need to focus on those. But, yeah, it's like people are so focused on being, like, trying to be special but they totally miss the mark, and it's like they focus in on something that literally anybody can do. Because it's like, oh, you're listening to the layers of the song? Well, yeah, that's the whole point of the song. There's supposed to be layers to it. Like, there's supposed to be a bass line, there's supposed to be the kick drums, there's supposed to be the beat, the melody, counter melodies, you know? There's harmonies, it's supposed to be there. You know, like, I do that all the time. Like, I listen to music, and, you know, after plenty of times listening to certain songs, you know, it's like, ooh, I never heard like that before. That is so cool in the song. And I don't think anything of it. I don't think I have this P-word listening skills or whatever. No, I just think, hey, I've never heard that before. That's neat. You know, that's just a fancy way of trying to be superior to other people, and it just falls flat, in my own personal opinion. Whoops! Alright, Mario. Alright, Maro. Goodbye. So that's just kind of my feelings on the whole music thing. I'm glad I didn't get caught in the Bowser bombs. Do you need clean up? No? Okay. Alright, after my turn here, I am going to help Riley with her stuff real quick. So I'll be right back. Sorry about that. Alright. Get my headphones back on. Alright. Fix my hair. Alright. We are good. So yeah, and like I am one that loves like good layers in music, you know? Because again, if, you know, the producer put that in the song, then it was meant to be heard. One of my favorite things is in Boom Boom by Momoland. Because the final chorus adds a little something to the background. Peach, Mario, Peach, Luigi, Mario. because that indicates like the final chorus. You know, there's just little things, you know, really adds to the song. Okay. Hmm. Wario, Peach. Okay. Oh, they could. Okay, good. Good. Okay, Peach, Mario, Peach, Mario, Peach. Hmm. Oh no. I may have screwed myself. No. We're good. Alright, awesome. Also trying to think of like other examples of like music. Oh, Express Mode. Here's a more recent example. Express Mode by Super Junior. I think it was a good song. I think it's a pretty good song. You know, at the beginning, you know, you have the intro, pulls you in, you know, then builds to the chorus, then it kind of pulls back for the rap second verse, and then that kind of, pre-chorus, for that second verse pre-chorus. When you get to the 83 lines, part, Ituk and Hicho, the kind of background on the song kind of changes a little bit, and the tone, I love that part. I just love the music behind it, you know? It sounds really cool. Like, I don't know technical terms of, like, literally anything, but it's like, hey, I think this part's cool. And, like, I know there's a reason why it's cool, but I don't know the names of it. DLC stuff from Mario Kart World? It literally just came out last month! I don't even own Mario Kart World. So I don't know, man. I guess I'm not the one to talk to right now. So, I don't know. I've never played it. I've seen bits and pieces, but like I want to save my first reactions to when I get a Switch 2, and that'll probably be a long while. So I know I ranted a little bit about it before, but it's like, can't afford it right now, but like everyone seems to have one, and I don't. It makes me kind of sad at times, but, you know, whatever. It's also, you know, music today. Like I mentioned, Express Mode. It's a 3-minute song. Which, that's pretty good with me. 3-minute songs are good. I mean, my favorite song of all time is a 3-minute song. And now, here's my thing with music nowadays. I don't care if a song is under 3 minutes. I don't care as long as it sounds complete. I just want my music to sound complete and not trailing off, because I can think of 3 different songs that all do the same thing, and it drives me insane because they're all like 2.5 minutes long, but all 3 of these songs sound so incomplete. I can think of Crazy by LE SSERAFIM. Good song. It drops off at the end. It needs a bridge and a final chorus. Which, again, bridges are missing in K-pop. So, yeah, there's example 1, Crazy by LE SSERAFIM. You know, Otaku Bestie, that song. Because, like, it just ends after the second chorus. And it's like, dude, it needs, like, a bridge and a final chorus. It's too good to stop at 2.5 minutes. Or 2 minutes, 45 seconds or something. I should buy a skeleton key. It's fine. Another one is I Feel Good by Boy Next Door, which I've heard bits and pieces of like a lot of their songs and they all sound really neat. I Feel Good is one that's got that high energy that I love in music. But like it stops. Okay, so it's like it's set up, you got the intro, you've got the first verse, chorus, and second verse, chorus, and then there's this like, it sounds like a bridge or like a post-chorus section of a song, but then it just stops. And it's like, no, I want you to keep going, do a pullback, and then final chorus, you know? Ugh. And then here's one that I'm super duper disappointed in, and it's 17's Thunder. Allo, allo, Thunder, allo, allo. Yeah, that one. It's so good. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Give me your money. So I'm just, I'm so upset. Cause like, Thunder, and it's like, it's the music that reminds me, okay, the vibe is like a G6. Like kind of 2010s club music. That's the vibe that, Thunder gives me, and I love the vibe. I love the vibe, and I'm so disappointed it cuts off. Because, you know, you got your intro, your verse, your chorus, your second verse, you know, pre-chorus, chorus, and then at the end, there's some instrumental going on. Sounds like it's gonna lead to a bridge, but it goes nowhere! It leads us off the fucking cliff! It's like, no! Give us the bridge! Take us to the promised land! Show off those 17 vocals! Come on! Ah! It drives me crazy when songs do that. It drives me literally insane. Cause like, no! Like, if the song is mediocre to begin with, then it's like, alright, fine, whatever. Like, if I like the song and I'm vibing with the song, don't pull back on me! Just give me a bridge and a final chorus! Just give me some kind of conclusion to the song at the very end. Because, like, Super Junior's Express Mode. Again, I'm not tooting Super Junior's horn or anything. Of course I will, because they're my favorite group. But, Express Mode has a bridge, has this like pull back final chorus, and then it's got a fucking dance break at the end. It gives a solid conclusion to the song. And it's like, that's what's missing nowadays. Conclusions to the fucking song. It drives me so insane when songs that I am vibing with, I love, that just drop off. It's like, no, where is the bridge? Where is the final chorus? Where is everything? So it's like, and I vibe with Crazy. I vibe with I Feel Good. And I vibe with Thunder. I wish those songs were longer. But I think what's killing songs and the music industry right now is fucking TikTok. As disappointing as it is, because I have discovered and rediscovered amazing songs on TikTok, but the way it's killing the vibe in a way is because TikTok has a fucking limit on like sounds you can upload, and the limit is 3 minutes. So these, you know, big artists are making songs that are like 2.5 minutes to appease the TikTok limit on the sound. So that's where we're getting these 2.5 minute incomplete songs. And that's what's driving me crazy, because it's like, I want longer songs. Like, I don't need like 8, 9, 10 minute power hour bangers like Metallica releases. That's not what I'm asking for. I'm asking for, like, for me, as long as it sounds complete. And it's like, if you have a 2.5 minute song that is fucking complete, then go for it. Like, I don't care. Like, there's really cool songs that are less than 3 minutes long, but they at least have, you know, for me, a complete song is at least verse 1, chorus, verse 2, chorus, bridge, last chorus. That's all you need. That is the bare minimum from a song. Bare minimum. 100%. It's like, And it's like a lot of these songs nowadays are just skipping the bridge or just ending the song with no conclusion. It's like, oh my god, why? Why? These songs are just too short nowadays. And I also see that paragraph, Blue. I see it. I'm gonna read it in a second. I just wanted to rant. Give you a visual of my last 45 minutes. I was laying down, got up because I realized I need to get ready for stream. Made some food and called Gihan. Told him I was going to start my stream and he went, at 3? I realized that it was 3 and not 4. Decided to stream early anyway because I'm all ready to go. I hang up on Gihan. Immediately hear Tessa screaming from my headphones from my desk. Now I'm here. Are you good? Are you good? Blue, are you good? I was half expecting to roll a 1 there for a second. I mean, I did go on a big old rant about. That's what I'm asking you. Am I good? That is a loaded question. I hope you know that. Asking me if I'm good is like asking, shit, what is it asking? I was like, is asking, is the sky blue or is the grass green? The obvious answer is no, I'm never good. But now I'm just ranting about music because I was seeing this thing on TikTok. I'm not remembering the name of it because people are calling just flat out listening to music. It's 2 words and one of them starts with a P. I think the second word's like listening or something. It's not Panasonic, because that's the first word that comes to mind. I'm like, no, Panasonic's a brand. It starts with a P, that's all I know. And I know I'm gonna see it probably the next time I scroll on TikTok. But it's like, it's just, apparently it's just a fancy way of like, oh, listening to music. Like, dude, what? And it's like, oh, I can hear this layer of the song. I'm so much better than you because I have this. And it's like, no. No. It's just music. And then ranting about 2.5-minute songs that sound super incomplete. Like, I'm super disappointed in 17. I thought they were better than this. And it's like, 17 has released songs that are like just under 3 minutes. Like, Clap. It's one of my favorite 17 songs. It's just under 3 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There we go. Yeah, Clap is like just under 3 minutes, or like 240, 250-ish. But like, I don't have a problem with that one because it's a complete song. It's got, you know, it's got the intro. Verse 1. Verse 1, pre-chorus, chorus 1. Verse 2, pre-chorus, chorus 2. It's got a bridge. It's got a final chorus. So it's a complete song. And my problem lies in these 2.5-minute songs that don't sound complete. Yeah, it's called ears. Exactly! Like, dude, it's just people trying to feel superior or try to feel special when it's something anyone can do. I say anyone, but that is 100% disregarding the deaf or the hard of hearing. But that just kind of goes without saying, you know? Why did I even bother trying? Why did I bother trying? Blue, go draw because I have no sense of time. Yeah, go do that. There's our question of the day. What's a good pick-me-up for when you are sad? because I was really upset earlier today about essentially getting ghosted, not ghosted, from the person that I'm looking to rent a house from. And then, something else made me sad, which I hopefully got my point across. Sweet treat, yeah. I did. Okay, I haven't said this at all yet. I've told the story about how Riley has raided our fridge stupid early in the morning and has eaten the rest of Allie's birthday cake, like, about a month or so ago. Well, guess what happened? And, okay, so usually when my husband is home, the kids don't try anything because they know, oh, daddy's home. You know, it's one of those, like, daddy's home, we gotta behave, you know, type things. Saturday night into Sunday morning, or like early Sunday morning, I didn't barricade the living room because, again, daddy was home, didn't think anything of it. Riley had gotten into my cupcakes and ate one. Pretty sure she ate one, at least licked the frosting off of them, and just made a mess because there were 2 cupcake wrappers and there was 1 cupcake wrapper and 2 Kit Kat wrappers, and the Kit Kats were Allie's from her birthday. So, yeah, Riley strikes again. It's a good thing I put the leftover frosting in an empty container. My purple frosting that I had concocted. I'm glad I put that in a container because some of the 2 cupcakes had a couple, like, really tiny bites taken out of them. But Riley is my child. I made her. The same cooties. Doesn't bother me. So, I just refrosted those cupcakes and ate those. So the last 2 times I have had cupcakes, I have just refrosted the cupcakes she has destroyed. So now the cupcakes left in the fridge are intact cupcakes. Because I made 24, and I gave half of them to my in-laws. Because, like, what am I going to do with 24 cupcakes? What am I going to do? So I'm like, you know what? I'll give half to my in-laws so they can enjoy them, and my sister-in-law is in that town too, and my niece, so it's like they can enjoy cupcakes because my husband's grandma loves sweets. What can I even do to this? Yeah, my husband's grandma loves sweets. Like she is a fiend for sweets. So I figured she would enjoy some cupcakes. So I had delivered those on Saturday because it was on my way to the town with our nearest Walmart. So I was like, I'm just gonna drop these off and they can enjoy the cupcakes. So, and then I had one on my birthday, and I had one, and Vegito had one, and the girls split half a cupcake. So there were probably, okay, so 12 minus 1 is 11, minus 2 is 9, and 8. So there were like 8 cupcakes left in the fridge, and like, I think 1 whole one got eaten, and 2 were like partially destroyed. But they were salvageable. They were salvageable because I still had leftover frosting, so I saved it. So yeah, that was, it's like, yeah, I guess we have to barricade the living room now, even with Daddy home. It's so funny. And it's so funny because, like, just the sentence that I'm saying, like, oh, I barricade my living room every night so my child doesn't get out and about and raid our fridge. It sounds so wild to people that don't have kids, because I'm sure if, like, you think, like, oh, you barricade your living room, like, why would you do that? That's so inhumane. You're abusing your children by barricading and not letting them get out. And I'm sure parents that have toddlers or have had toddlers totally understand. I'm sure they completely understand and are laughing and they feel seen. Because I'm sure if a parent says something to me, it's like, oh yeah, I had to do this to stop my toddler from doing something. It's like, oh, I feel so seen. I feel so seen. Because man, Riley, from the get-go, has given me problems. She is a wild child. Yeah, and I say from the get-go, I mean literally. She tried to kill me when she came out. Because I almost died. Okay. Yeah, I almost died in childbirth when I gave birth to Riley. That was a fun adventure. I'm glad that counted. So, yeah. So, Riley almost killed me. Then about a year later, she swallowed a hairpin. Or 2 years later, it was 2 years later, she swallowed a hairpin. And now she, like, raids our fridge every night. Oh, what was it? 2 weeks ago. It was 2 weeks ago. Where it was, like, Monday, she ate the rest of Allie's cake. Tuesday, I think it was her that broke my razor. Wednesday, I stepped in a big old pile of syrup. Ugh, it was so bad. It was so bad. I'm like, you know what? I've had enough. So I decided to barricade the hallway to the living room. Oh. Kids, man. Have kids, they said. They're a joy, they said. No, I love my kids. It's just, you know, the joys of parenting. I feel like it's not as lenient. Because, like, they moved after I hit down, but I couldn't move again. Not one of them. I tried moving to the right and it wouldn't let me. Ugh, I feel like this game is so unfair. It's a fun minigame, but it's so unfair. But anyway. Yeah. But also, I'm sure there are people that come in and view my stream that don't have kids, you know? And it's one of those, I'm sure a lot of people out there respect people with kids, but there are a subset of people who do not like children, will make it known that they do not like children. So... No, I don't play with viewers. I'm sorry. If you're looking to play with viewers, go somewhere else. But yeah, like, children, there's a specific subset of people, that, Drop my controller. No problem. Yeah, sorry about that. And there's a specific subset of people that will make it their whole personality that they hate children. They're child-free. They hate children. Children shouldn't be allowed to be in public places. Because I'm seeing that discourse a lot. Because, like, because the current discourse I have seen is dogs versus children. Because I've seen people literally say, like, oh, if my dog can't be here, why are children here? It's like they're treating dogs better than children. It's like, excuse me. The only dogs that are really allowed in, like, any public space that says no dogs are service dogs. And that's a completely different thing. Service dogs are there to do a job. They're with their, you know, they're with their person and they're meant to do a job. But these people are talking about regular dogs, their family pets. It's like there are spaces for these dogs. There's dog parks out there. There's, you know, doggy daycares they can go to. There are places out there that are pet friendly. But they're like, oh, I can't take my regular dog into the Walmart, but children can be here? Oh, disgusting. Yeah, it's like that. It's like, dude, what do you have against children? And you're like, oh, they're so loud, they cause a mess. It's like they're learning. They're learning to be human. And they can't learn to be human without being in these public spaces. Not easy. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. There's 19. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. Ooh, there's 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think there's 18. It's my favorite number. 18 is my favorite number. Also, I was talking earlier about, you know, people coming in, I don't play with viewers and everything. That's a very respectful, what happened just now? It's a very respectful interaction. I wish they were all like that. You know, I wish they were all like that. But not all of them are like that, and it makes me sad sometimes. Because it takes 2 seconds to be respectful. Alright. I didn't realize the star was right there. I didn't realize. Shows how much I pay attention. Man, I've never met face to face with someone who is like avidly like against children, but here's my point here, that people are so against children. The perfect parents are the ones with no kids. Let me say that again. The quote-unquote perfect parents are the ones without kids. Because I can't tell you how many times I have heard wild things about parenting from people with no kids. And there are certain people with no kids that I would listen to, like, because I'm sure there are plenty of people that work in childcare, like daycare workers, or like teachers, or, you know, that deal with kids on the daily, but don't have any of their own for, you know, for reasons. Like, I would trust those people, you know, about kids, but I wouldn't trust a random stranger, especially on the internet with no kids, telling me about parenting. It's like, no. Up, Z, right. Up, Z, right. Down, Z. Up, Z, right. Up, Z, right. Alright, 6, 7, 8. Up, Z, B. Up, Z, B. Left, left, left. Up, Z, B. Left, left, left. Up, Z, B. Left, left, left. Bam, bam, ba-dew. Seeing dancing there. More K-pop rants incoming, because there is one recently. It's happened in recent times that, oh man. So I've talked about Blinks before, and I've ranted about Blackpink before. Now it's gotten worse, and it's like, even this statement, if the wrong Blink gets a hold of this information, they're going to hate me and try to cancel me. But I don't care for Blackpink. I just don't. Never really care for their music. They have like maybe 1 or 2 good songs. I think they peaked at Doo 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 Doo. That's just me. They peaked with that one. I just don't really care for them. If I were to have a bias, it would probably be Jisoo, because she's the one that actually gives a shit about Blackpink. You know? And it's like, I don't really care for them that much. I don't really like their music. I don't really like them. The closest thing I have to a Blackpink song on my playlist is Apatu, because it's just so catchy. And it's got that Bruno Mars flavor to it, which features him on the track. So that's like the only thing adjacent to Blackpink that I even have on my playlist. Because I don't really care for Lisa's solo music. I don't really care for Jennie's solo music. I don't really care for Rosé's solo music aside from Apatu. I don't really care much for Jisoo's stuff. I don't really care about them. But like, I know about them. I know the history of Blackpink. Because, you know, I am a K-pop fan and I am fairly knowledgeable with a lot of stuff, even though I'm not a fan of groups. You know? But like, their recent concert, hold on, let me do this real quick. Oh, shit. Panic. It's always fucking Mario. Fuck you, Mario. Anyway. Some Blinks would act like Mario if they heard I didn't like Blackpink. But anyway. Anyhoozle. Blackpink started... I don't even remember what the name of their tour is. It's essentially just a rehash, but with added solo songs and their new song, Jump. Which, the song is okay. The music video I could do without, honestly. But that's... I ranted about that before. So their concert, right? And one member in particular has been wrapped in controversies around concert performances, and to no surprise, it's happening again. That's okay. I need... Yeah, Jennie has been wrapped up in a bunch of controversies regarding her stage performances and her lazy dancing. And it's like, if I were to pay like a few $100s for a concert ticket and I saw Blackpink perform live like they have, you know, recently, like on this tour, I would feel like it'd be a waste of money. And it's like, I'm sure it's not like all throughout the concert, but like the bits and pieces I've seen from the fan cams really do not paint Jennie in a good light. And it's just like, I never really cared much for her because she's just so shoved down her throat. She really acts like she does not want to be there at all. All 4 of them kind of don't want to be there, but like Jisoo is really the only one that kind of gives a shit about being there. The lack of rehearsals, it is not put together. It is very rushed, last minute. I don't even think they really rehearsed together, honestly, because it looks so bad and so sloppy. And it's like, I would not want to watch this performance. I would not. I'd rather go spend my money elsewhere, you know? But like, fans, the Blinks, will let them keep getting away with this because they're the faves and they can't do any wrong. And there was a clip of, I think it was Doo 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 Doo. Jennie just stands there for like a solid 10 seconds. She stands there and she turns her body along with the, like, in tune with the choreography, but like she just stands there. And a lot of people are saying, oh, she's just adjusting her mic. She was having mic issues. She was messing with the volume on the mic pack, which was supposedly, which was in her back pocket. It's like, all right, cool. But I have seen several clips at several different angles. Watching that hand, it doesn't move. That hand does not move. So in my personal opinion, I think she was just standing there because she did not want to be there. And she was trying to find an excuse to stand there. That was my personal opinion. I could be wrong. She could legitimately be having problems. But there are also lots of other K-pop idols, and it's a profession, it's a job. It is your job to put on a performance. Even as a dancer and someone who has performed with lots of other problems before, the key phrase for anything performative, the show must go on. Jennie does not want to be there. Not at all. And there's clips I've seen of other live performances. There's one where she just legit walks off stage. And it's like, oh my god, are you serious? How entitled do you have to be to think you can just walk off stage? Like, that is insane behavior. But she's K-pop's widow princess. And she can do no wrong. And it drives me insane to see her get away with this. If they were not Blackpink and they were a less popular group, there was no way she would get ripped to shreds. And it's like, there's that. And it's like, Jennie can make the show go on. It's only when she performs in the group. And it's been that way since her first solo song, Solo. When Blackpink, the group was still, when all the members were still with YG. Because Solo released in 2018, and Jennie has been that way since at least then. At least then. And it's like, again, I'm not a Blink. I am not a fan of Blackpink. I don't hate them. And it's like, I want to see them do good. And they are doing very well as soloists. So it's like, just let them disband. Let them do their own thing. But YG needs fucking money. That's why this tour is happening. That's why they're back together, is because YG needs money. And, oh, hey, in case of emergency, Blackpink. Because they literally don't care about any other fucking group other than the one that makes the money. Which, again, it's a company. So it's like, in terms of a business standpoint, I can understand. But also, your businesses are based off of human beings. And if they don't want to be there, let them go. Again, you're the boss. They're the employer. You're the employer. They are the employee. If they don't want to be there, why keep them there? If a boss in any other company for any other kind of job sees an employee not even giving the bare minimum, not even the bare minimum, if they see that and they're like, they don't want to be there, they're doing, you know, they're not even half-assing their job, they're barely giving anything, why would you keep them? That would get people fired. So, like, Blackpink needs to disband for the members' sake, honestly. Because there are a lot of reasonable Blinks out there. There are a lot of reasonable ones out there. They're like, yeah, these girls just need to disband. But there are also a lot of delusional, not Delulu, delusional, like full-on, full-word, government name, delusional. That like, oh my god, they still good together! Yeah, Jennie just has like a sprained ankle. Why are you so against her? It's like, that was the same excuse you guys gave in like 2019. It's been years. And she still has a sprained ankle? There's no way. And also, she goes all out for her solo performances. I saw a fan cam of one of her solo stages during the concert where she had a mic issue. She had to fix her earphone. She had to fix that, and she did it while dancing. So you mean to tell me she can fix her mic full dancing when she is performing solo, but not in a group? Like, what the hell is this? You know, like, I would be very upset if I was a fan of Blackpink and I saw one of the members perform like that, because I would feel like it's a waste of money at that point. Because, Twice kickstarted a concert or had a concert recently. I've been seeing fan cams of that, and they're Jungyeon. Oh, Jungyeon, she's my bias, so I'm gonna gas her up a little bit. Jungyeon, apparently she's injured. I don't know what exactly the injury is, but she's not at 100%. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, she's not at 100%. But she is still giving it her all. Like, Jungyeon, not at 100%, is performing with like 200% more energy than Jennie is. And it's like, I'm not trying to like compare, you know, apples to oranges, but it's like two well-known third-gen girl groups having concerts at the same time, and they're the same age too. Both Jennie and Jungyeon were born in '96. So it's like, that's a pretty fair comparison. And it's like, I'm just so disappointed in seeing all those fan cams of Jennie just standing there because she doesn't want to do something. And you can see it on her face too. She does not want to be there for groups. She'd rather perform solo, and it's very evident that that's all she wants to do. And even in the clip of like her supposedly fixing her mic pack or whatever, Rose even like turns back and looks at her, and Jennie like nods like, yeah, I'm good. Oh, I did not. It's fine, whatever, I don't care. And it's like, dude. And like Rose just kind of looks so done with everything. They really do need to disband. And also, that's just one like a fair comparison. And it's not like I'm trashing Jennie. I'm just objectively looking at it, because like apparently, what did I buy again? Gold mushroom. Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I'm just out of range, but Wario's right there. Let's see what happens. Okay. But like, I think comparing the Twice concert with the Blackpink concert is a fair comparison in terms of they only debuted a year apart. And they're both third-gen girl groups. They're both the same age. You know, I think it's as fair a comparison as it gets in terms of stage presence and performing and wanting to be there, because Jungyeon, as well as the rest of Twice, enjoy their jobs and love doing what they do and never give it half-assed. And also, what the fuck? That's so fucking rude. Oh well. So yeah, that's kind of my stance on it. I've seen lots of fan cams of the same event from different angles, and my own personal conclusion, which is my own personal opinion, I think Jennie just tried to find an excuse to not do the moves. Because I've seen other clips. There was a clip of a performance where they're like in a line and Jennie is facing the back. And the three of them, the other three, are doing the choreography perfectly fine. And then Jennie just stands there, back turned to everyone else. She just stands there. Rose has to tap her on the shoulder so she doesn't miss her part. It's like, what the fuck? No other group can get away with that. Literally none. It's so crazy what they can get away with. Standard last 5 turns. Procedures: all red and blue spaces are doubled, and if you land on the same space as your opponent, you get to duel them. Ta-da. Anyway. So yeah, it's kind of my whole stance on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. Okay, a little better odds. Let's try it. So, yeah. And there have also been performances where I have been a part of when I was a teenager. Yo! Yo! Look at me. 10, 10, 10, baby! Yeah, there were parts where, I was, you know, part of a performance where I wasn't at 100%. Like, I didn't, you know, I wasn't feeling great. I was kind of sick, but I still went out there and gave it my all. You know? And there's even been performances where I literally learned the dance the day of. Literally the day of. And I still danced better than half the other girls on the dance team. Because, I do remember, this was 2011, so my sophomore year, we did a really cool routine where we had, like, light-up palms. It was really cool. We got them to shut the gym lights off. It was really cool. And, I was, like, sick leading up to it, and I literally learned that dance the day of the performance. And I still did it better than some of the other cheerleaders. Because one of my biggest pet peeves from my high school dance team was the reused dances. Now, in some cases, you can take a dance routine, use it on something else, and it works pretty good. Because I've seen lots of clips of like, hey, here's an exercise to make sure you remember the choreography and take the choreography to a different song to make sure you remember the steps. That's fine. That's not what we did, though. What my dance coach did was we took already existing routines and just put them to a different song, and that was a new routine, brand new routine. It wasn't to make sure we remembered the dance, it was just a new routine. And it's like, there are, some where it's like we take some parts of different routines and kind of splice them together, like some certain moves, because like I borrowed moves from other dances before, but like that wasn't like an entire dance. It was just borrowing like an 8 count or 2. But like I hated that so much. Just the blatant stealing or just copy paste routines to different music and hoping nobody notices, because I'm pretty sure some people did notice. Because people aren't stupid. And that was like my biggest pet peeve in high school. And for that performance that I learned the day of, was I kind of did bad. Yeah, I did bad. Because I cut through. But by 1, really. Rude. The day of, we did... The dance was, because we did that with like light up palms and stuff, and most of the light up palm stuff is just cool stuff. It's like, oh, we have our hands up opposite, you know, different formations. That's easy to remember. But like the actual dance part before the lights went out, it was reused to the cheerleaders' dance to our school song. And I learned that in a day, and I still kind of did it better than some of the other cheerleaders even. So, and it's so crazy. So crazy that that was always the case. And it's like, I was known as like the memory. I memorized dance routines pretty quickly compared to like the other girls that, you know, have been in and out of the dance team. But like, learning it in a day with significantly less time than everyone else and still doing it better than the original, eh. I mean, of course there were spots where it was like, I kind of don't remember what to do. Because again, I'm just learning it in a day and performing it, so it's like, oh, bloop out of my memory. But yeah, that bugged me so bad about dancing, which is why I advocated so hard for homecoming routine to be special. Have the girls come up with like, you know, like a 30-second thing, or, you know, this part of the song here. Or like, you know, have a dance performance or whatever. Because my senior year, I learned the dance to I Got a Boy, the chorus. And I learned it and I taught my dance team that. And that was used for my section. And then later at the very end, we did Gangnam Style. Because I managed to convince my dance coach that we can do Gangnam Style for our pep rally. Tag and Real, hello! Hello, and hello, Raiders! Let me get this mini game accomplished. Whee! Also, hello, Raiders. The penguin has a butthole. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because I'm evil like that. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, you can see the little X on its butt. Yeah, that's its butthole. Yeah, I know. A Mario game that's got a butthole in it? Crazy. Turn! Ugh. The AI never works with me here. But hello! Hello, Damien. Hello, hello. Welcome in. And hello, Raiders. Hello, hello. My name is Tessa Jane. I am a variety streamer, and today is Mario Party 2. We're in like somewhere in the last 5 turns here. Oh, narrow pathway. Whee! Are we at the straightaway yet? Here we are. Okay. All right. Hello. Hello, talking to me. Hello, Zap. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. Thank you. If you got a raid and run, go for it. Go take care of yourself. Do what you gotta do. Hopefully your stream went very well. What turn are we on? Last 3 turns. All right, cool. And I love how I just immediately started talking about the butthole after getting raided. But I mean, that's kind of a detail it's hard to miss. Bam. So, but yeah. Just talking about, you know, my old dance team in high school, and it's like, ugh. What do you have? No, I won't buy anything. Not yet. Unreleased GBA Animaniacs game that got discovered. Animaniacs! Yo! But like unreleased? Yo, that's crazy. Was it fun? I will allow, because context. So Mario Party 2 buttholes is kind of normal, yep. And Automod flagged buttholes, because of course. Automod is so hit or miss, sometimes. In some cases, I'm like, you know what, yeah, that makes sense, but like 9 times out of 10, it's like, why? Why? There was one time where it flagged Piranha, which I later discovered, Piranha is apparently some kind of derogatory term towards women in Brazil? And it's like, I would never have known that. I would have never known that without looking it up. So it's like, alright, thanks Automod for teaching me something new. Best viewers? How about... No. We don't need best viewers here, I already have them! Haha! See how I turned that around? Learning slurs from Automod. I know, crazy. Best viewers fun. I know! I love the song to Pirate Land. It's my favorite. Well, Pirate Land and Space Land have my favorite tracks in Mario Party 2 in terms of boards, so. It's one of them like, oh, what is it called? The Barbra Streisand effect? Where, like, if you don't want something talked about, and you talk about it, saying, like, don't mention this, people are gonna start talking about it. Like, it's like, yeah, there's this thing in an undisclosed location, but don't go to it, it's pretty bad. People are gonna go to the undisclosed location because you said something about it. You spoke it into existence. Please leave me alone. I did nothing wrong. This is my square. My square. Go. No! Get out of here. No. No! No! Get out of here! No! It's a tie. We all survived that. Oh no, Luigi died. But it's a draw anyway. Yeah, but it's one of those like reverse psychology things. Where, you know, like you say like not to do something, someone's gonna do it, right? Or like someone tells you to do something, you know, you do it. Nice. So it's like I remember being backseated in Mario Party one time a few years ago, where they're like, use this item now. And it's like, because you said that, I'm not going to. So, reverse psychology. And ooh, Mario stole a star from me. Whatever will I do? I'm nowhere near. I'm nowhere near. There's 115 coins in the bank. It'll stay in the bank and not go to my pocket. Ugh. Alright. Last game. Honeycomb Havoc. Let's see what happens. Luigi, Peach, Mario, Peach. Peach, Mario, Luigi. I want one. Okay. Why? Sometimes the AI makes decisions that are very questionable at best. Okay. Let's see here. I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll be okay. Mario, get out of here. Get out of here, Mario. No one wants you here. I don't care if it's called Mario Party. You need to get your booty out of here. Okay. Luigi, Peach, Luigi, Peach, Luigi, Peach. Peach, Luigi, Peach, Luigi. Okay. Okay. Dang it. I tried. It's fine. Luigi has been kind of mean to me, though, this board. They all kind of have been mean to me. It's fine, though, because, I mean... Look at my star count. Even if Mario sweeps the bonus stars, I still have more coins than he does, so... I am the real Pirate Queen. Alright. It is I, and this solidifies my victory! Hooray! I am the Pirate Queen!
Yeah! Peachy's the Pirate Queen! Yeah!
Yeah, Luigi got Coinstar, he break dances. Mario didn't even get a star, it's so funny. I feel like there were quite a bit of happening spaces landed on. I landed on a couple of them. The superstar is... Big news! Secret treasure has been found! What will happen? Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum. It's all coming back to that, huh? Cause, yeah, in a very roundabout way, One Piece is the reason I got into K-pop, which is kind of crazy to say. All because of anime openings. Captain Peach. It is I.
Yeah, Bowser! It's me!
Dang, look at her go! Look at her go. And then... stab. Ouch, that smarts. That smarts. Fine then, bully! You can have the treasure. I have the treasure. I'm the superstar of Pirate Land. Yay! Pirate Queen! Even though Peach is technically a princess, but I mean, we're the Pirate Queen because, you know, there's the Pirate King, but why not the Pirate Queen? Why can't we have a Pirate Queen? Detail results. Mini game. Oh, so I was 10 coins off from Coinstar. Not too bad. Happening. Oh, he had a bunch. I always think like, man, Happening Star is gonna be real close, and no, it's never close. One chance time, I made... Was it Wario give me money? Somebody gave me money. I made someone give me money. Lots of Bowser. Lots of Bowser. 4 battles. Items. Banks. Not too bad. Not too bad for a Pirate Land adventure. Not too bad at all. Alright. So, with that, that will be it for today. Go, get all the stars! There's so many stars! It's taking too long! Woo. I kind of miss the box from like Mario Party 1. I have the casino box, which you can either double it or have it. But, that'll be it for today. Let's see, schedule for the week. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. We start Banjo-Tooie tomorrow. I'm excited and hyped because I've never played Banjo-Tooie before, and I've never really seen the game either, so I'm just going in it completely blind, don't know what I'm doing. It's gonna be a fun time, I'm sure. On Thursday will be whatever Mario Party I decide to play, and probably no stream Friday, just on the account. Got a lot of things to do on Friday, and the weekend's gonna be busy because we're gonna go to the lake this weekend. So I gotta do some prep work for that. So let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Blue is live right now. She's doing some webtoon art. Let's go raid her. Let's go say hi. What should our raid message be? Pirate Queen Peach. Pirate Queen Peach. You can add please at the end of that because I always forget. Pirate Queen Peach, please. Will be our raid message. There. We're gonna go to Royal Blue, again, she's working on her webtoon. She's an awesome friend of mine. Let's go say hi to her. So yeah, tomorrow's we start Banjo-Tooie. Thursday, more Mario Party and hanging out. And then no stream Friday. But then Monday we come back to Xenoblade Chronicles X. So yeah, Mondays are Xenoblade Chronicles X. Tuesdays and Thursdays are Mario Party. And Wednesdays and Fridays will be Banjo-Tooie. So thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out. And we will see you next time.